welcome to episode 33 of Talking Small Press Comics with Steve Keeter and me, Larned Justin. Been a while since our last episode, and that's because we haven't had any comics to review. So if you're a comic creator and you'd like to promote your comics, send Steve and I a copy and we'll certainly get you on the show. So, and don't forget to subscribe, leave comments, and things like that. So I don't know where Steve went, but wait a minute. Steve isn't even here. Who is this? Frank?
Hello.
Hi. Where in the heck is Steve? Because we got a show to do here.
Well, I had a surgery. It was like a beauty surgery to make me look better.
Oh, you are Steve.
Yeah.
Well, you don't look quite the same.
Well, I went to a dermatologist. I said, I want to fix the wrinkles in my face, and they fixed it. So
it's not. I mean, I don't want to. It's not terrible, but it just does not look like. In fact, you don't even have the mustache.
Well, darn.
It's
I spent $20 for this.
You did.
Yeah.
Well, I let me tell you, I'd get my money back on that one. Yeah.
Okay. I got this. I got to get this off.
Okay. Go ahead. All right. Let's get serious now. Get that off. Just take it right off. Just pop it off, because, I mean, what the heck? No. Gee whiz. There. There he is. Holy mackerel.
Whoa, my hair's a mess.
Hair's a mess now. He's got to go comb his hair.
Yeah, I can't go online like that. I don't want anybody to see this.
No.
Let's spiff up.
There you go. Now you're looking pretty good. Now you look a little more like Steve. I mean, you got a touch of that green, but most of it went away.
Oh, there's the stash. It's coming back.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. I look beautiful. It's for darn sure.
Very, very handsome.
Hey, I bought I told you, but I bought the mask not for Halloween. It was like the day before Halloween, and I was on Amazon, and I saw this mask, and I thought, that is really cool.
That is a nice one. That is a good one.
I got to order this.
Yeah.
It's like $60.
Yeah.
I knew it wouldn't be here by Halloween, but I had to have it.
Yeah, I think it's a good one, though. I mean, it's a good-looking mask. I think it's worth the $60, that's for sure.
And I got it for next Halloween anyway, right?
Yeah, right. Or anything else in between.
Or whatever.
We want to entertain people with.
Right. You haven't seen the last of the mask.
I'm sure of that. That I am sure of. So we got some comics to review.
I want to mention something else. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Okay.
Right now I'm being super self-indulgent.
Good.
And it's okay.
Whatever that means, that's good.
Okay. I'm at work, and a customer appreciates us so much. She gave me this shirt. Can you see that?
Yes, America's Funniest Home Videos, which we're part of.
You remember that?
Yeah.
This was in the plastic, but that was years ago. It was like right at the beginning of YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And but somebody had this, and it was in the plastic. It had never been opened, and they gave it to me at work.
Well, great.
And it looks cool.
I think it's great for the show. Yeah.
It's like brand new.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with comics, but has something to do with videos.
Yes. Okay.
How much time have I wasted already?
Most of it.
Yeah.
Let's do a comic,
You bet. We got like 3 here.
Yeah. Go ahead. Pick one.
All right.
Which one? Same one I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Tales of the Broken Bee by our friend Larry Johnson.
Larry Johnson at his best.
Now, this is a Western, but it's science fiction. So if you like science fiction and you like cowboys, this is the one right here. Number 3.
Splash panel right there. The splash panel.
There you go. That's the Auto Man, isn't he?
Automan.
Automan, I think.
Super interesting because it is a sci-fi western. I mean, others like Steve Shipley's out there doing Space Sheriff, which is also a sci-fi western. This is kind of cool.
But Larry's is different. Yeah, Larry's is
different.
Yeah. But yeah, the cowboys, they don't quite realize what's going on here, and they kind of fall into a trap. There's a scientist here. Let's see if I can find this guy.
Here's where they fall into the trap right here, these guys.
Yeah, and you see the scientist, the bald-headed guy?
That's him.
He's the guy that's come up with this Automan. I was going to look for his name is Dr. Meccano. How do you say that? Meccano.
Dr. Meccano or Meccano.
Meccano.
Meccano. I said Meccano. That sounds good.
Meccano. Dr. Meccano. And he's the guy that came up with the Automan. But the Automan, he's using not for the best purpose in the world. I mean, he's got the Automan, which could have been great, but he's kind of, I think he's a little nuts. Well, to tell you the truth.
I mean, he does stuff like the guy at the beginning of the story is on a horse. That would be Cowboy Billy DeGroot. I am Groot, but it's DeGroot. Gets knocked off his horse at the beginning. And here we go. It's kind of a steampunk, Western, science fiction combination. And here we have this robot with steam coming out of the top of his head. And he stumbles back to town, and the other guys, his friends, they don't really believe him. They have to
so they go kind of looking for it and looking for the guy he's talking about, the Automan, and this guy captures him. Yeah.
They get
the mad scientist guy captures him.
Yeah.
So
he controls the Automan. He's got a little like a keypad or something that he goes dit dot dot dot.
Yeah, he can make the Automan do what he wants, and because the Automan doesn't care, he'll do whatever that guy says.
Yeah, he's just a robot.
Yeah. So anyway,
these guys are in jail or in prison.
Well, he put them in there. He put them in. He captured them. So the thing is, we don't want to give away, but they have to get out of there. And we don't want to give the whole story away because we've given we've given half of it away. But the end, the end, we don't want to give away. How the heck did they get away from the Automan? Gets pretty exciting.
He has a daughter named Eva, Dr. Meccano, and she's kind of torn. The guys are in the The guys in the jail are trying to tell her, you got to let us out.
You got to help us.
Your dad's crazy.
Well, you don't like to say that to his daughter, but that's
I know. I thought that when I was.
That was a mistake. Yeah.
But
anyway,
can see that things aren't going, in a happy way.
No, they're not, and she's not so sure that she's going to let those guys out.
Yeah.
So you have to find out. You have to read this in order to find out what happens. Because we're not going to tell you.
Larry's artwork,
at least I'm not,
always is superb. And I hope is that showing up okay?
Yes, it is. And Larry's art is very good. Yep.
Yeah, but it's in full color.
Yeah, that's what's nice. Full color. I don't know if it has a page. Yes, it does. It's page, I think it's got 26 pages, which is great. Then he's got a mail column.
Letter column, yeah.
Mails of the Broken Bee. And the cost of this is $2,000. I don't know what the cost is.
$2,000.
Yes.
It looks like $6 postpaid.
Okay, I didn't see that, but that sounds about right.
Front cover at the bottom. You can order by PayPal to Larry, and this is something I've seen this before. And some of Larry's publications over the years, there was like this newspaper sort of a newspaper.
From the Old
sensationalist
West.
Newspaper.
Yeah.
Every Saturday.
Yeah.
And he's published stuff from this before. This is an
I've seen it.
reprint.
I've seen it before also. Yeah.
From the late 1800s.
Mm-hmm.
And just some pretty cool stuff.
It's, very neat. And it fits right in with the Western theme. You know, that's where when he does Tales of the Broken Bee, I think that's when he puts those in. So,
and that's fascinating. I've read those before. And
very cool.
There's the back cover.
Yep. With the Automan and the guy on his horse.
Right.
What's the guy's name on the horse again? I forgot.
De Groot. Let me see. That would be Billy de Groot.
Okay.
But they got some interesting characters.
Yeah.
And the way they talk is they talk in like old Western lingo. Yeah,
which is cool. Mm-hmm.
If you slack off, Sam will make sure you have a date with the whipping post for sure. Yeah, I mean, they got one guy that was like Fat Freddy or something like that. And, and they want him, he has to do his job, and they're telling him, if you don't, you're going to the whipping post. That's a heck of a thing to say to somebody.
Well, I mean, it's that's the way it was.
Yeah, maybe things were a little bit tougher back in those days.
I would think so. You know, you're not going to get away with some of the stuff you get away with today back then.
Oh, and there's something else. This is interesting because in order to you have people mining some sort of, I think it's a gray material, which powers the steam machine, which powers the robot.
Yeah, he needs slaves to do that.
Yeah, and he's got slaves, and the slaves are
Indians,
Native Americans. Yeah,
yes, they're Indian, Native American slaves, and he's got them enslaved.
So this guy's a real jerk.
Yeah, he's a bad egg.
Yeah,
bad egg with a robot.
I'll tell you what, this is one entertaining comic. I mean,
you guys, this is really worth it. A lot of fun. Great comic.
Worth every penny of it. $6. I think that's a steal.
I think it's full color. It's full color. You know. Yeah.
One of the finest creators in the Small Press Network, and Larry's been doing stuff for 50 years.
Yep.
And the amazing thing is he just keeps getting better. We got the proof right here.
Yeah. So we'll have all the information on how you can get this down in the description of the video. So you want to be sure and pick one of these up.
Yes, indeed.
And I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I'll put it over there. All right. What do you got next?
We got Ditkomania.
Ditkomania. Now, this is not a comic book per se. This is a zine. This is, I mean, there are illustrations in it, but basically, it's pretty much, there's a nice illustration, but most of it is like this.
A lot of text, a lot of stories.
A lot of text.
Particular issue is dedicated to the women of Steve. It says Ditko's women, so women in his comics.
Yeah.
And this is published by Rob Imes originally, and this is issue number 97. Do you believe
Isn't that that's amazing.
97 issues. This book has been around for decades.
But there's something right here. Right here, look at this, if I can get it. It says that issue 97, but is really 177. See that?
Does he say that?
Yeah. He says that the first printing, this edition, is 177. Oh, I see what it is, of 250 copies. Beg your pardon. I said, that's just
he numbers each copy.
He numbers each, so you get a numbered copy.
You got number 177 of
that's where I'm.
250 copies. But originally this Ditkomania was published by Rob Imes.
Yeah.
He was a member of the UFO back in the 80s, and way back then he was doing the early issues. I still have some of the early issues of Ditkomania. This is a zine for Ditko fans, and
Yes.
every issue, 97 issues. You'd think they would have run out of ideas by now.
97 issues about,
How much
yeah,
can you say about Steve Ditko? But they keep finding more stuff to talk about.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and so Rob
So,
Imes took over somewhere along the line. And
you said Rob Imes. Hold it. You said
Bill
Rob.
Hall, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was going to say you said Rob Imes started it, but
I'm sorry. Bill Hall started.
Okay.
Bill Hall was the original publisher, and sometimes I stumble over words. You know, it's just
it's unimportant to get it right. You know.
So Bill Hall originally published this. I did a comic strip a long time ago that was in a UFO newsletter. I don't think it ever appeared anywhere else, but it was kind of a joke comic where the Ditko characters were coming after Bill Hall.
Oh.
Somewhere Ant-Man dropped in, and Bill Hall said, "Wait a minute, Ant-Man, that's a Kirby creation. What are you doing here in this story?" But that was a while back.
Yeah. Anyway, I got a confession. I don't know much about Ditko at all. I was never a superhero comics fan. So Ditko, I mean, great artist, I can see that, but
not only did he co-create
Spider-Man, right? Yeah,
Spider-Man. Strange. He did work for Creepy and Eerie. There's a story in here, Ditko Nude, or Naked Came to Strange Tales by Michael Hoskin, where he examines some of Ditko's early black and white art, and art was published in color, but he has it here, the original in black and white. Now, Ditko also did work for Creepy and Eerie, scary magazines back in the 1970s. It was some of his finest work.
This is right here. This is what's referred to on the cover in this issue, Ditko's Women. Well, here is the article, Ditko's Women, the early years. So that is in there.
And let me see here. Okay. It says here's an article, Steve Ditko Women. He talks about the women that they were strong women and stuff. He says, moreover, Ditko, he was revolutionary in how he approached his relationships with women. Before the Me Too movement, he viewed women as individuals deserving of respect and with a fundamental right to self-determination.
Yeah.
So there you go.
That's good.
Strong women.
And you can read the whole article in here. And I mean, if you're a Ditko fan, I don't know why you wouldn't want to get this. Yeah. This has got everything in it, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. And Marvel comics in the 60s, you're a Ditko fan. Interesting also, there's this guy, Thomas Simmons. He wrote an article called Steve Ditko, My Socratic Mentor. And apparently there was an issue of What If, the imaginary sort of title, What If This Happened, What If This Happened, the Ditko artwork. And he sent a letter to Steve Ditko back in 2011, he says. Right, and that's Ditko on the left there. I'm not sure who inked that. It tells you, but I'm getting cataracts. Anyway, Ditko.
Inside joke, folks.
Pat Redding. Looks cool. It was a rare, I think this was in the 70s when he rarely published. He did very little work for Marvel, He was once a major force in Marvel. Then he went over, he went to Charlton and did some stuff for DC and everything. But he came back to Marvel, a little bit.
Yeah.
And okay, but let me see what we got here. My Socratic info.
So anyway, this is
Forgot where I was going with that one. Isn't that something?
Well, that's when you get old. That's what happens.
Yeah, what happened was he wrote letters to Ditko. And he was asking about his approach, I think, as regards absolute truth. And they had a discussion, and what this guy did, Thomas Simmons, he took those letters and broke it down to make it look like an interview. Questions and answer, where he would ask Ditko questions, and Ditko would answer.
Oh, okay.
Ditko's very little literal about the truth. He doesn't care about somebody else's interpretation of the truth. The truth is the truth. That's it.
Yeah.
And again, Ditko says, history is someone's record of believed, claim, or actual events. History is not a teacher, no more than a newspaper, a math, grammar, logic book is a teacher. That's anyway. There's a lot of stuff here, but it's an interesting discussion.
Yeah, that would, you'd have to read that and kind of think about that and form your own opinion. And that'd be the fun of this, you read it and see what you think. But this is 350. Not bad. I don't know how many pages it is, but it's 350.
Oh, it's totally worth it.
Yeah, I think it's worth that.
Listen Absolutely. To this. He asked Ditko, says, what is truth then? Ditko says, and Ditko was brilliant. He was brilliant. He thought through everything he did. He said, truth is the recognition of reality. Reason, man's only means of knowledge, is his only standard of truth. In the realm of propositions, there is only one basic epistemological distinction: truth versus falsehoods, and only one fundamental issue: by what method is truth discovered and validated? Now, I don't think that way. That's complex, but really, he's breaking it down. What he's doing with complex words, he's breaking it down to something simple. Truth is truth. You can't change the truth. You can't alter the truth. No. It is what it is.
Yep.
Whoa.
Very good. So, a lot of the words are too big for us, but you may be able to.
We don't know those big words.
We don't have any big word vocabulary. So.
It's a great zine. And kudos to Rob Imes for another terrific issue, number 97. Good
97, God. That's amazing. And you get a numbered issue, so that's great. For 350, you can't go wrong, I don't think. So, next up is...
You get this card from Tom Cherry?
Oh, I may have, but I don't have it in front of me. I think he always sends me I know what it was, Steve. The post office decided to put ink all over the back of my copy. So it's no good. But you can show them your copy.
Yeah, I can read it to you in 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Lord of the Flies. What did you get for Halloween, boys? A conch shell. And then a spear. And the one on the bottom says, I got a rock. And you can see the rock fell on like Charlie Brown, only all his feet is all that's sticking out. And
Tom Cherry.
Tom, he just sent this out.
Oh, yeah, Tom. I met Tom at Space years and years ago. Since the day I met him, he has sent me a card like that almost every month. And he's an actor. Tom Cherry is an actor. He does local theater. He has a radio show, old-time radio show. And he does local theater, I think, in Indiana, if I'm not mistaken. So, he's a talented guy and a funny cartoonist. So,
I appreciated getting that. I mean, that kind of made my day. It's something that make you smile. And So, next up is Ugly Mug from Great Britain. Mug.
I don't know what to say about Ugly Mug, other than it has to be the Monty Python of comic books. It's just amazing.
Yeah. It comes from Harley Richardson, and this comes from
the House of Harley.
The House of Harley. In the United Kingdom, London, UK, it says here.
It's 100 pages. 100 pages. It's huge. It's a big book. 100 pages. And it's $16.95 from Lulu, the printer.
Yeah.
And I'll have that information down below. It's a little complicated to talk about. I'll try and get the correct information in the description where you can get this.
I think this is some of Harley's own artwork right here.
I think that's some of Harley's work. There's a lot of artists in here. He has different artists each time he publishes. And there's a lot of art comics in here.
Yeah.
Like this.
Arty stuff like that. Just,
lots of art comics.
Might not seem to make any sense, but it's really cool to look at.
Yeah, some of it is, I mean, you'll have a whole page of these figure drawings with not much narrative. Some of them, other ones like this in here, don't have any narrative. And you have to figure out what it's all about. But there was one in here, one of my favorites, if I can find it. I want to show you this because these
I got several favorites in here.
Yeah. And of course I can't find it. I should have marked it and I didn't did it.
Is it the one with the giant insects and the mole machine?
I don't know.
That one's pretty cool.
I don't know. But there's that's one here that
you don't always. It doesn't always tell you who drew what.
No.
Well, some of them do.
Yeah. This is no.
Yeah, I love this one.
This one, yeah.
Okay, that's
Endicott, The Case of the Five Windows.
Oh yeah, this is terrific.
Yeah.
Where I'm at, I'm on the other page.
Yeah, you're on the other page, but
this one is
really crazy. Really crazy.
That's by Ed Pinsett. So there's a guy, he's a window washer. He's way up high on a skyscraper, and he's washing the windows, and he witnesses a murder. And he's hanging on by various pulleys and things.
Yeah.
And he witnesses what seems to be a murder. And so he disappears for a little. He goes down low, then he comes back up, and every time he comes back up, he's adding cables and things. And he has an ally that pops along somewhere along the line. Where is I just read this last night. But it was like a detective. There's a detective, and they become allies, and they're swinging up there. Yeah, back up to the window.
This is wild. It's wild.
Now, by that time, going up and down, he's attached a lot of pulleys in there. It starts with one cable, one pulley, and now it's getting really complex.
Really crazy, yeah.
But they're trying to get to this. They're trying to get to the truth of the matter. What happened, and it kind of. I don't want to give away the ending.
Here's the one
funny.
Here's the one I was looking at. I wish you had your mask on, because this is Victor Frankenstein retired.
Victor Frankenstein retired.
But I like this guy's art. I just like the way he draws.
Yeah.
Look at that. Very cool.
I like that too. That's very undergroundish. You know what?
Yeah,
in America, that would be underground.
I would think, yeah.
Here, and
his name is John Bagnall. This is John Bagnall's art.
Yeah.
And it's
really good.
It's really cool. It's only these 2 pages. That's all. This is the whole story right here.
Yeah.
But cool.
Bagnall.
Just kind of cool. Yeah.
There's a lot of great talent in here. There was another one towards later in the issue. That's the one I mentioned about the insects and stuff. Let me see. Wendy Wilberforce.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And this one is several pages long, and it's crazy.
And then you will have stuff like this in there on this page here. That you'll have things like that in there thrown in. I don't know what that is. It's abstract art.
And the one on the other page you're showing there, Smoked Out Shining.
Yeah.
That one's pretty. That's interesting as well. It involves a woman who has this gigantic hairdo. It looks like smoke. They're calling it a smoke bush in here. how'd you get the smoke bush? And
It's a very strange term.
it's really big.
Okay.
It kind of comes to, well, they even make a little joke, or maybe a little kinky somewhere along there.
Okay.
But that's towards the end of the story. But she's got this big hairdo, this gigantic. Where am
Oh
I at?
yeah.
Is it
Yeah.
getting, I'm picking up. Okay,
I see it. Yeah.
gigantic hairdo. It looks like smoke, like it's made out of smoke.
Here's one of these no word page. No words. Just
Oh, that's the one with full male nudity.
yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not
So,
sure what was going on there, but somebody
Make
just
sure
came
you
up
know
with
that
it.
the kids don't get a hold of this. Now, there's
Okay.
not a lot of that stuff in here, but this particular one does have that.
Yeah, I mean, I noticed you'll notice it when you go into the issue. You go like, oh, what's this?
Oops. Yeah.
So yeah,
Mhm.
but it's still cool. It's still cool.
Now look at this. This is in here, and it's just art. Period. Just art.
Psychedelic.
Yeah, psychedelic art.
Uh,
Yeah.
very creative. There's tons of
All kinds of stuff. All kinds of
expression.
stories and
Ugly mug.
yeah.
So this is the second issue that Harley has sent to us.
Yes, but there are a number of issues. If you look back here,
Now they have back issues available.
back issues. I think there's a T-shirt, poster, all kinds of merchandise. It's the House of Harley.
House of Harley.
Yeah.
Remember the last time that he sent it? The first time he sent the original, the last ugly mug. It was waterlogged.
Oh yeah.
It was fallen into a swamp or something.
Both of us got a copy that was you couldn't even open it.
It was all
soaked.
the pages were stuck together.
I think they dragged it across the ocean from Great Britain.
Right. They didn't ship it. They didn't mail it. They just
drag it under the
dragged
boat.
it along the ocean.
Right, and it didn't work.
Then Harley was gracious enough
Yep.
to send us replacement copies, and we so appreciate that.
I mean, that's really, because this thing is not cheap.
No,
It's not cheap to make, and that's a big book.
it's quality. It's
Yep. It's different. It's got all kinds of stuff, and it lists all the artists in here. And if you're in Great Britain, you may know some of these guys. We don't know them, but they're all listed in here.
Yeah,
And,
it would be interesting to collaborate with some of these guys. Now that he's touched bases.
Yeah, that would
with
be
us.
fun. That would be fun. Yeah.
Possibly we could get some of these people and we could work together and make some really cool comics.
That would really be a good idea. I'd like to do
I was
that.
thinking about that. I'd like to collaborate with Harley or any of these other guys. So Harley, if you're watching this, and I hope you are, I could see us doing some work together.
Mm-hmm.
But you really pulled out the stops. This is better than the last issue, and it's really a great issue. It's very.
It really is. Yeah. Yeah.
Larned said 100 pages.
100 pages.
You get your money's worth. I can tell you that.
Yeah. Yeah, for $16.65. I've seen a couple different prices on this, but I think $16.65 is a pretty good price.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll make sure that before I put anything in the description down below the video, make sure I have it right. So, good old Ugly Mug is
Ugly Mug
is just something that is really different. So
this is an ugly mug too. You know that.
I see that. Yeah. I hope you can find a way to get a copy of that. I think you'll get a kick out of it. So that's kind of all we have for today.
Almost.
Have you got something?
Well, I'll mention a couple things really quick.
I'm just saying that's all the comics we have as far as I know.
Our pal Joe Eli Corrales the third, who published Marie Selinsky and the Wonder Kitty, which we reviewed before.
Right.
He just became a member of the United Fanzine organization. He just joined the group. So he's already working on a new book that's going to be a UFO title.
Oh,
But of
great.
course, his book's in full color. We love the guy, and
Yeah.
just wanted to mention him. Just toss that out there, Joe. I know you're watching, and welcome to the UFO.
There you go. Yeah.
That's a personally indulgent thing because I'm the
Mm-hmm.
chairman of the UFO. I
Yeah.
also received, Larned hasn't gotten a copy yet, but the latest Yeet Presents, which was
Oh, yeah. I
a
thought that was
Halloween.
coming. Okay.
Yeah, I think Larned is going to get a copy, and we can
Should be
talk
in our
about that
next,
next time.
if we
The
get a couple
Halloween
more
collection.
things, it'll be in our
Yeah.
next video.
So
And
I'm
make
looking
sure
for
you,
stuff like this.
yeah. I was trying to think of the name of that guy. I can't say it, but
Nosferatu.
there you go. Yeah. Um, so make sure you subscribe because if you subscribe and you hit that little bell notification, it'll tell you when our next video is up and you can watch it. So keep that in mind. Once again, I mentioned in the beginning, make a comment. We like to respond to your comments. So go
Oh
ahead and
yeah,
do
and
that.
you're there. You got a coat on. You got a
Mm-hmm.
hat on.
Yeah.
I got a T-shirt on.
He's in Florida.
What's going on? That's
Yeah.
what I want to know. I'm checking the weather here in
Oh,
Florida
okay. I was gonna say,
on my phone here.
mm-hmm.
What did you say the temperature is there?
31 degrees here in
31 degrees.
just outside of St. Louis in Missouri, and an inch of snow on the grass.
We just had a hurricane this week.
He
Came
had
by really
a
quick.
hurricane.
Hurricane Nicole, and
Mm-hmm.
the people I work with have no mercy. They didn't shut down. I had to go to work. You know, the
Gotta
whole deal. And
work right through the hurricane. In
hurricane
case,
winds.
yeah, in case somebody had to come in and get a Band-Aid, you
and
guys were open.
and it is 82 degrees
82.
in Central Florida right now.
That's nice. 82.
That's kind of why I'm here. I love the weather, and I love Central Florida. It's a great place to live.
Yes, it is. And Missouri is normally okay unless it's 30 degrees and snowing. So,
We'll be getting together in Ohio pretty soon for the
yes, we
space conference.
will. We're going to go to space in Ohio in May.
May. Okay.
Yeah,
I need to go ahead and get a ticket for that.
I
So
got to figure
we're
out
gonna
how
be
I'm going to get there.
there.
I don't know. I would like to drive if I had somebody to ride with me. But if I don't, then my wife would like me to fly. So,
Yeah, I'll be flying. I mean, it's a long drive from here to there. It's like
yeah,
about 3,000 miles or something. So,
yeah, yeah.
whew,
It's an all-day drive from here.
yeah.
All day, yeah.
I have an
So,
old car, and you know what? I got one more car payment. I only owe
hmm
$336 on this car, and it's paid off. So I'm going to pay that off next week, and after that, it's going to start breaking down, guaranteed.
Well, why don't you buy a Corvette?
Yeah,
There's only
sure.
one of you,
I should
and
buy an airplane. I could buy a helicopter, whatever,
yeah.
something nice.
hmm Well,
Corvette.
I think we're descending into silliness now. So I think it's
Well, we
time.
started that way too.
Yes, we
It's like.
did. And I see the mask laying behind you there, right there.
Yep. So yeah, it also works as a puppet.
Yeah, you can talk to him. There
How's
you
it
go.
going? How's it going, Frank?
Hey, Frank.
Pretty good, man.
Oh,
How you doing? Yeah.
a ventriloquist. That I did not know. Pretty darn good.
Yeah, we're pretty darn talented people.
You're
That's
not kidding. Yep.
for sure. Are we done or
So,
what?
so I think we better say goodbye, and
All
we
right.
will see you next time right here in this same place. So,
You bet.
all right.
Adios.
Goodbye.